Hey guys, it's good to see you again. Welcome back to the channel. So this evening I am out in the shop trying to put in 15 or 20 minutes worth of work so that I can get ready to go testing on Friday with the Camaro. So I got a few things that I need to jam out for sure. Probably won't get everything done tonight, but over the course of the next couple nights I should be able to get everything ready to rock and roll. Because Friday morning we're taking the car actually to work so that I can go straight to the racetrack after work. So anyways, I figured you guys could join me while I get a few of these tasks jammed out. For sure, I've got a task I've been putting off for quite a while that I keep wanting to do, but never seem to take the time to order the material or whatever. I gotta get the tires swapped out on the car, and then just generally give it a good solid look over, drain the overflow tanks, make sure everything's tight and everything else. Car was trying to wander a little bit when I was out on my cruise, but I think that it was just the fact that I've got kind of a drag race oriented alignment in it, and I was a set of crowned roads, you know, lots of crown in the roads so that they would drain and stuff like that. So but it felt like it was kind of pulling to maybe to the right. Honestly, I can't remember, but it did seem like it was pulling a little bit. So I'm just gonna make sure, you know, like the rack is tight and everything else. Like I put an alignment on it before we went to the racetrack back in late July. And every pass that I've made has been straight as an arrow. I don't have any reason to think that it's a problem, but I figure if I put, you know, just some time into making sure that things like rod ends and stuff like that haven't loosened up, and if those things haven't loosened, then they're probably not out of adjustment. So generally that's been my experience. So anyways, so I'll show you the project that I'm trying to get jammed out tonight. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so this project is something that I've literally been kicking around for probably over 4 years. Basically, when you got a big scoop like this right here sitting on top of the carburetor and you're needing to float around the pits or maybe even drive down the road, generally speaking, you don't want that thing to be wide open so that you're sucking down dirt, rocks, bugs, small children, whatever else might be able to fit in there. Yeah, I wanted to make a plug, but I wanted to make the plug kind of breathable so that maybe it would act as like a filter as well, so that I could cruise around on the street with it. So you may have noticed that I had the scoop on there last video. It was turned around backwards so as to not get as much junk in there as possible. So anyway, so I got this this foam. It's honestly, it's marketed as some kind of fish tank foam, some kind of filtration, something or another. I've never messed with it before, other than today. I've never had to buy it. But it's got, I mean, you can see it, it's going to act kind of like a filter. So I did already go ahead and cut this out. This stuff cuts pretty easy with a pair of scissors. So I use, I've got this pair of, I don't know, I probably got them on Amazon or something like that for 15 bucks or something, maybe less. So, but anyway, so I've already cut this out. This is going to fit in here like that, but to keep it from falling all the way in, I'm going to make kind of an oversized piece of aluminum and then adhere it to the foam. So so this, I've already got this laid out. You can see I've actually already got some holes pre-drilled, some pilot holes. But it's just basically just going to be a rectangle, and it's got a little flag on the one side. I'll probably paint it a bright color so that it's easy to see. So, but yeah, so we're gonna drill this with a hole saw, and there's really not any sizing metrics on this or whatever. It's just whatever you feel like. So I'm gonna go 1 1/4 inch. So then we'll get it all cleaned up. We'll hit it with the DA, and then we'll glue this on there. so as you saw, I put the I put that foam on there using some like Gorilla Glue. I painted the inside of that flag red so that it's easy for me to see that it's still installed from the driver's seat. And yeah, so got some weight on it. I'm gonna let it sit overnight. Don't have any reason not to. So yeah, we'll pick up on this project tomorrow. So see you later. All right, so it's the next night. I take this 15-minute work period thing pretty seriously if you haven't realized that. If you're not familiar with the philosophy, the idea is that you try to go into the shop and put in 15 minutes of work a night, regardless of whether or not you have work to do on the cars or not. So sometimes I'm waiting on parts, or I simply don't have a task to do that evening, and I'll spend 15 minutes cleaning up. But anyways, I do have the scoop plug is all done, so I'll turn you around and you can check it out. So here's the finished product. I've got that foam is on there, so we'll go ahead and stick it on the car and see how it looks. So back onto the deal here. All right, there we go. So scoop plug done. Got a nice little red flag. I'd say, I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious that the thing is plugged, but I think that red flag really kind of makes it pop. It should stand out to me from the driver's seat. So, all right. Well, I made it out to the track, so I went through and did all my checks. I put set plugs in it, changed the fuel over to the race fuel, got tires all taken care of, and I think I'm ready to make my first trip. Pretty bad. Bobbled the 1-2 shift, and then on 2-3 I went back to first. So this is definitely, there's definitely more to getting back into the age pattern feel than I was hoping for. So I guess all we can do is try it again. So car sounds fine, oil pressure's fine, not too concerned about it, but kind of is what it is. So we'll keep going. Well, as you saw, it was a pretty bad pass too. The car's down like 10 miles an hour, and I couldn't really figure out what might be going on. I did look through the data log this morning, and I found that at wide open throttle, I'm only getting about 20 degrees of timing. I pinged the idea off of Scott Clark to see if he had any ideas as to what might be going on, and he said that it might be pulling timing from there being no TPS sensor, and I goofed around with it, and sure enough, the idle spark table or something, I can't remember. It's supposed to help whenever, like if it's trying to run away, I guess it can pull timing if it's seeing no throttle position sensor. Anyways, I pulled that out, disabled that, and just doing some revs here in the garage, I could see that it looks like it's happier. So next week's Street Car Takeover, so we're going to try to go to that. I'll try and take you guys along. So at any rate, thanks for coming by and hanging out a little bit, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.